I'm so glad you're here with me today as we dive into another exciting episode on creating a life plan that empowers you to live life on your own terms. If you're passionate about personal growth and want to take control of your destiny, you're in the right place. Before we jump in, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's get started on today's topic. What happens if you don't create a life plan? Let's dive into the first major consequence of not having a life plan. You are losing perspective. When you don't have a life plan, it's like trying to navigate a vast ocean without a compass or a map. Sure, you might be moving, but are you really going in the direction you want? Imagine this. You're so focused on the waves right in front of you, the daily grin, the immediate challenges, that you lose sight of the horizon. You forget to look up and see the bigger picture of where you're heading. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Before you know it, weeks turn into months, and months into years. And suddenly you might find yourself wondering, how did I get here? Is this where I really want to be? Without a life plan, you risk becoming reactive instead of proactive. You're constantly putting out fires, dealing with whatever life throws at you, rather than steering your own course. It's like being on a raft in a river, letting the current take you wherever it wants, instead of paddling towards a specific destination. You might still be achieving things, ticking off to-do lists, even reaching certain milestones. But are these the right things? Are they aligned with your deepest values and most cherished dreams? Without a life plan, it's hard to tell. And here's the thing. When you lose perspective, you also lose the ability to prioritize effectively. Everything seems urgent. Everything seems important. You might find yourself spread too thin, trying to do it all, but not really excelling at anything that truly matters to you. But don't worry, my friend. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about recognizing the importance of having that bigger picture view. A life plan helps you step back, see the whole landscape of your life, and make decisions based on where you ultimately want to go. Remember, it's never too late to gain that perspective. By creating a life plan, you're giving yourself the gift of clarity. You're saying, this is where I am, this is where I want to go, and these are the steps I need to take to get there. It's about taking control of your journey and ensuring that your daily actions align with your long-term vision. So let's make sure you don't lose that precious perspective. Your life is too valuable to leave to chance. Now let's talk about something that hits close to home for all of us: time and money. These are two of our most precious resources. And without a life plan, you might find yourself losing both without even realizing it. Think about it this way. When you don't have a clear direction in life, it's easy to fall into the trap of impulse spending or investing in things that don't truly align with your long-term goals. It's like going grocery shopping. Without a list, you end up with a cart full of items you don't really need, and somehow you've spent way more than you intended. I've seen this happen to so many people. They work hard, earn good money, but at the end of the year, they wonder, where did it all go? Without a life plan guiding your financial decisions, it's all too easy to let money slip through your fingers on things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of your life. Now let's talk about time, our most non-renewable resource. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, but without a life plan, you might find yourself wondering where all those hours went. It's like watching an entire season of a TV show in one sitting, enjoyable in the moment, but afterwards you might feel a twinge of regret at not using the time more productively. Without clear goals and priorities, it's easy to fall into time-wasting habits or to spend your energy on activities that don't move you closer to your dreams. You might be busy all day, every day, but are you busy with the right things? Here's where it gets really interesting and a bit scary. The loss of money and time doesn't just affect you in the present, it compounds over the years. Think about it. Every dollar not saved or invested wisely is a dollar that can't grow for your future. Every hour spent on activities that don't align with your goals is an hour you can never get back. It's like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is now. The same goes for creating and following a life plan. The sooner you start, the more time and money you'll save in the long run. But here's the good news. By creating a life plan, you're essentially investing in your future self. You're making a conscious decision to use your time and money in ways that align with your values and move you toward your goals. It's like having a financial advisor and a life coach rolled into one. Your life plan helps you make smarter decisions about where to allocate your resources. Remember, it's not about pinching every penny or scheduling every minute of your day. It's about being intentional with your resources so you can enjoy life now while also building the future you dream of. So my dear friend, are you ready to take control of your time and money? Are you prepared to make choices that will benefit not just your present self, but your future self as well? With a life plan, you can start making your resources work for you instead of the other way around. Let's talk about something that really tugs at my heart: the valuable opportunities we might miss when we don't have a life plan. This is about more than just missed chances. It's about the potential for growth, joy, and fulfillment that can slip through your fingers. Imagine walking through life with blinders on. You're focused on the path right in front of you, but you're missing all the doors of opportunity lining the sides of your journey. Without a life plan, it's like these doors are invisible to you. You might walk right past them without even realizing they were there. I've seen this happen to so many people, and it breaks my heart every time. A friend of mine once told me about a job opportunity he heard about years after it had passed. It would have been perfect for him, aligning with his skills and passions, but he wasn't actively looking because he hadn't defined what he really wanted in his career. Here's another aspect to consider. Even if you do notice an opportunity, are you prepared to seize it? Without a life plan, you might not have developed the skills, resources, or mindset necessary to take advantage of golden chances when they appear. It's like showing up to a dinner empty-handed. You can see all the delicious dishes, but you can't fully participate because you weren't prepared. A life plan helps you cook up the skills and resources you need to bring to the table of life. Now let's talk about the ripple effect of missed opportunities. One missed chance might not seem like a big deal in the moment, but it can have far-reaching consequences. That job that you didn't apply for could have led to a fulfilling career. That person you didn't network with might have become a valuable mentor or friend. Each opportunity we miss is like a stone not thrown into the pond. We'll never see the ripples it could have created in our lives. I remember when I first created my own life plan. Suddenly I started noticing opportunities everywhere that aligned with my goals. It wasn't that these opportunities hadn't existed before. I just wasn't tuned in to recognize them. Having a life plan doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a predetermined path. Instead, it's about moving through life with intention. It's about knowing what you want and being open to various ways you might achieve it. Think of it like planning a road trip. You know your destination, but you're open to interesting detours along the way. Without a plan, you might just drive aimlessly, missing out on all the amazing sights and experiences you could have had. So my friend, are you ready to stop letting valuable opportunities pass you by? Are you prepared to create a life plan that will help you recognize and seize the golden chances that come your way? Remember, every day is full of opportunities. With a life plan, you'll be ready to grab them with both hands and make the most of this incredible journey we call life. Now let's talk about something that might be a bit uncomfortable, but it's crucial to address: the pain that can come from living without a life plan. This isn't about physical pain, but rather the emotional and psychological distress that can accumulate over time when we're not living with intention. Imagine waking up every day not knowing which direction to take. It's like being lost in a big city without a map or a destination in mind. This constant state of uncertainty can lead to significant stress and anxiety. Without a life plan, you might find yourself always second-guessing your decisions, wondering if you're on the right path. I've been there myself. And let me tell you, it's not a pleasant place to be. The stress of uncertainty can seep into every aspect of your life, affecting your sleep, your relationships, and even your physical health. There's a special kind of pain that comes from feeling unfulfilled. It's a deep-seated ache, a nagging feeling that you're capable of more, but you're not quite sure how to achieve it. Without a life plan, you might find yourself going through the motions day after day, but never really feeling satisfied with where you are, what you're doing. This unfulfillment can lead to a sense of emptiness or restlessness. You might achieve certain goals or milestones, but without a broader plan, these accomplishments can feel hollow or meaningless. Here's something that really breaks my heart: the pain of realizing you've wasted your potential. Without a life plan, it's easy to let years slip without making progress towards your true goals and dreams. This can lead to a deep sense of regret and self-disappointment. I've seen friends reach their 40s or 50s and suddenly realize they've spent decades in a career they never really wanted, or that they've neglected passions and talents they once hoped to develop. The pain of what could have been can truly be heart-wrenching. When you don't have a clear life plan, you might find yourself making choices that aren't aligned with your true values or long-term happiness. This misalignment can lead to a constant state of frustration or dissatisfaction. It's like wearing shoes that don't quite fit. You can walk in them, sure, but every step is uncomfortable, and you never feel quite right. Living a life that's not aligned with your true self can create a similar kind of persistent discomfort. Without a life plan, you're more likely to live reactively rather than proactively. This means you're constantly putting out fires and dealing with crises as they arise, rather than working steadily towards your goals. This reactive mode of living can lead to feelings of overwhelm and burnout. It's exhausting to always feel like you're playing catch-up or barely keeping your head above water. This constant state of stress can take a serious toll on your mental and emotional well-being. Now, I don't share all of this to scare you or make you feel bad. I share it because I want you to understand that there is a better way to live. Creating a life plan isn't about rigidly controlling every aspect of your future. It's about giving yourself a sense of direction and purpose that can alleviate these various forms of pain. With a life plan, you can replace uncertainty with clarity, unfulfillment with purpose, regret with intentional living, frustration with alignment, and overwhelm with steady progress. It's about creating a life that feels authentic, meaningful, and truly satisfying to you. So, my friend, are you ready to choose a different path? Are you prepared to create a life plan that will help you avoid these painful pitfalls and instead move towards a life of purpose, fulfillment, and joy? Remember, it's never too late to start. Every step you take towards creating and living your life plan is a step away from these sources of pain and towards a more satisfying, intentional life. Now, I want to talk about something that might feel a bit heavy, but it's incredibly important. It's about the regrets we might face at the end of our lives if we don't live with intention and purpose. You know, there is a palliative care nurse named Bronnie Ware who wrote a book called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. She spent years caring for patients in the last weeks of their lives, and she noticed some common themes in their regrets. It's eye-opening stuff, and it really drives home why having a life plan is so crucial. This was the most common regret Bronnie encountered. Imagine reaching the end of your life and realizing you lived according to others' expectations instead of your own dreams. Without a life plan, it's easy to get caught up in what society, family, or friends think you should do, rather than what truly resonates with your heart. I remember a conversation with an elderly gentleman who told me, with tears in his eyes, how he'd always wanted to be a writer, but spent his life in a job he hated. I can still feel the pain in his voice, and it really struck me how important it is to live authentically. This regret came from every male patient Bronnie cared for. They missed their children's youth and their partner's companionship. Without a life plan that balances work, family, and personal time, it's easy to get caught up in the rat race and neglect the relationships that truly matter. Many people suppressed their feelings to keep peace with others, settling for a mediocre existence and never becoming who they were truly capable of becoming. A life plan can help you prioritize authentic self-expression and healthy relationships. Many patients regretted letting golden friendships slip away over the years. Life gets busy, and without intentional planning, it's easy to lose touch with people who once meant the world to us. This last regret is a powerful one. Many didn't realize until the end that happiness is a choice. They had stayed stuck in old patterns and habits, afraid of change. A life plan can help you prioritize your happiness and well-being, reminding you to enjoy the journey, not just focus on the destination. We don't have to wait until the end of our lives to avoid these regrets. By creating a life plan now, we are essentially having a conversation with our future selves. We're saying, I hear you, and I'm going to live in a way that will make you proud and satisfied when you look back on this life. A life plan isn't a guarantee that you'll never have any regrets, but it's a powerful tool to help you live more intentionally. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values, pursuing your passions, nurturing your relationships, and allowing yourself to be truly happy. Remember, the legacy you leave behind starts with the choices you make today. Your life plan is like a roadmap to creating a life you'll be proud of when you reach its end. It's about living fully, loving deeply, and leaving this world with a heart full of satisfaction rather than regret. So, my friend, I want to ask you, what kind of life do you want to look back on? What stories do you want to tell? What impact do you want to have made? These are the questions that a life plan helps you answer and act upon. Are you ready to start creating a life of no regrets? Are you prepared to make choices today that your future self will thank you for? Remember, it's never too late to start living with intention. Whether you're 20 or 80, the best time to begin is now. Let's make sure that when we reach the end of our journey, we can look back with a smile, knowing we've lived a life true to ourselves, full of love, purpose, and joy. That's it for today. If you found value in this episode, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode. Also be sure to check out my website at www.optilifemax.com. There you'll find my free blueprint, your roadmap to living life on your terms, faster and more effectively than I ever did. This resource will help you start reinventing your life from the ground up. You can download my blueprint for free right now on my website. I'm also really looking forward to hearing your thoughts, comments, and questions about today's episode. Your feedback means the world to me, and I would love to connect with you. Next week, we'll dive into an exciting topic. What are the benefits of creating a life plan? You won't want to miss that one. Until then, remember that every step you take towards your goals matters. Keep dreaming big, and I can't wait to see the amazing things you'll accomplish.